I'm Andy Holmes, and this is High Stakes. Welcome to High Stakes, TV's only inter-college test of knowledge. The show where two teams stake how successful their team members will be in a battle of intellect. So let's meet our teams. Who have we got first of all in St Vincents?
Hi, I'm Alicia, and this is Jonathan, Anthony and Kieran.
Nice to meet you all. Best of luck. We'll speak to you again later on, I'm sure. Elsewhere though, today we've got our current reigning High Stakes champions. It's Richard Taunton College. Hello, Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. This is Connie, Ben and Catherine.
Excellent. Will you be able to take the trophy for the second year running? We'll find out a bit later on. To begin with, because I'm feeling generous and you know I'm in a good mood today, we're going to give both colleges 50 points. So let's see 50 points on the scoreboards, please. There we go. Let's see how long you can hold on to those. Now, in each round, I'm going to give you a category. You must then choose the most suitable member of your team to enter the challenge zone. You'll then stake points on your teammate, depending on how well you think they will do. Now, if your teammate wins, your stake is then added to your points. If they lose the round though, your stake is deducted. So stake wisely. Time for round one. And our first category on the show today is science. So you must now decide which of your team will answer questions on the subject of science. Remember, no player can enter the challenge zone more than once in the head-to-head rounds. So you have 10 seconds to decide, starting now. Time's up. St Vincent's, you looked as though you'd suss that one out in seconds. So who's going to go forward?
I am.
Anthony is going to go forward. Richard Taunton College?
That would be me.
So, Anthony and Catherine, can you now leave your teams, please? Because it's time to stake your points on your chosen teammate. First of all, though, I can reveal that I'll be asking questions on the human body. Will that change the way you think about the stake? We shall see. You're limited to staking a maximum of 20 points. Remember, high stakes means high rewards. Once again, you have 10 seconds on the clock to decide how much you're going to stake. 10 seconds starting now. So time's up. We'll find out your stakes at the end of the round. For now, though, it's time for your teammates to enter the challenge zone. Catherine, how are you feeling today?
Well, no one in my team does science, so this will be fun.
So it's going to be, well, you should know the human body. You've got one.
I hope so.
You've got a missing letter maybe in your name today, but we're going past that. We're just going to move on. Well, good luck. Anthony, standing tall there. Feeling less nervous now?
A little bit less nervous, yeah.
What about the human body? Other than having one, do you know much about it?
Yeah, a little bit. I've got an A in biology, so I'm pretty happy.
There you go, Catherine. This could be a tough one. You've got an A in biology. Well, we will see. We have 90 seconds on the clock. Remember, buzz through as quickly as you can. Your 90 seconds starts now with your first question. How many bones does a standard adult skeleton have?
367?
312?
206. Which muscle helps move your shoulders? The answer is deltoid. Which collective muscles are found on the front of your thighs?
Quadriceps?
What was that answer, sorry?
Quads?
Quadriceps is the right answer. What is the name of the coloured part of the eye?
Iris.
Correct. Bitter, sour, sweet, salty and savoury are all types of what?
Taste.
Taste buds, yes. What is the medical term for your fingers and toes?
Digits?
Phalanges. What is the scapula known as, or commonly known as?
Scalp?
It's the shoulder blade. Another name for your voice box is the...
Adam's apple?
Larynx.
Larynx is the right answer. What are the bones around your chest that protect organs such as the heart called?
Ribs.
Correct. What is the name given to a breast x-ray? The answer is mammogram. What is the scientific name of the tailbone? I'm looking for coccyx there. The gallbladder stores what?
Bile?
Yes. What does the appendix do?
Make you ill sometimes?
The answer's nothing. Which part of your ear vibrates when hit by sound waves?
Eardrum.
Correct. Which of your organs creates urine? The time is up, I'm afraid. The answer I was looking for was... It
Kidneys?
was the kidneys. So thank you very much for playing. Please return to your teams. So Ant, an A in biology. Didn't really stand you in good stead though, did it?
No, I've not done it for a couple of years.
Well, maybe you need to get back to the books. You got yourself 2 points for your team in that round. Catherine, meanwhile, missing a letter in your name, but not missing many of the answers. You scored 5 points, so well done there.
Yeah.
However, the key stage is now, how much faith did your team have in you? Well, how much did you stake first of all? And let's talk to our friends from St Vincents. How much did you stake?
10.
10. Meanwhile, over here, how much did the guys from Richard Taunton stake?
10.
10 each. At the end of the round, we have an early leaders. Of course, won it last time, and they're doing okay so far too with 60 points. It's Richard Taunton. And lagging behind, but there's plenty of time to go, so let's still make some noise for the guys from St Vincent's with 40 points. And with that, make no bones about it, it's time for round 2. Where the category is geography. So who's going to be taking the high road in this round? You have 10 seconds to decide, starting now. Once again, St Vincent's very quick to decide on a person to do this round. It didn't work for you last time, but will it work for you this time? Who are you going with?
I am.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Jonathan's going to play. Okay, and Richard Taunton?
Me.
Okay, Jonathan and Ben, best of luck. Please leave your teams. Now it's time to decide how much faith and confidence you have in them. But before you do that, I can tell you that all the questions in this round are going to be on the United States of America. Don't forget the most you can stake is 20 points. Remember, high stakes mean high rewards. So, as ever, you have 10 seconds on the clock to decide. 10 seconds starting now. Time's up. We'll find out what you've done with your stakes in a few minutes' time. Now, though, it's time for your teammates to enter the challenge zone. So Ben,
Yeah.
what do you make of America?
Seems like a nice place.
Well, it's a nice place. Yeah. Okay, so all that culture there, all the things going on in the country, and you've summed it up in 2 words, it's a nice place. Let's hope it's a nice place for you as far as quiz answers today. Jonathan, college ambassador for St Vincent's, proudly standing there, clutching onto your buzzer. How do you feel right now?
I'm feeling fine.
Feel fine?
Yeah.
Feel good? Feel ready to answer some questions on America?
Absolutely.
Okay, 90 seconds on the clock. Best of luck, lads. The time and your questions start now. How many states are in America?
50.
Is the right answer. What is the capital city of United States of America?
Washington, D.C.
Correct. What state is often referred to as the Big Apple?
New York.
Correct. Orlando is found in which state?
Florida.
Correct. What is the famous form of transportation in San Francisco?
Tram.
Correct. Las Vegas is located in which state?
Nevada.
Correct. What is the name of the president's residency?
The White House.
Correct. What is the most northerly state of the United States?
Alaska.
Correct. The famous baseball team from New York are nicknamed the...
Yankees.
Is the right answer. What colour is the Statue of Liberty?
Green.
Well done again, that's the right answer. Who was the first US president?
George Washington.
Correct. Who famously found America?
Christopher Columbus.
It's the right answer, well done. How old must you be to purchase alcohol in the United States?
21.
Correct. What country is situated north of mainland United States?
Canada.
Well done, it's the right answer again. What country is situated south?
Mexico.
Sorry?
Mexico.
It's the right answer, well done. Which US president was found famously shot dead in November 1963?
That was JFK.
That's the right answer, well done. What state are home to the NFL team with the nickname the Giants?
New York.
Correct. Which bird is considered the national bird of America?
Eagle.
Correct. Which language after English is most
Spanish.
used in America? Correct. Ellis Island is found in which American city? I'm looking for New York. and your time is up, but well done. I think we're going to have to take our shoes and socks off to count your scores in this round. But thank you very much for playing. Take yourselves back to your places, please. Wow. I don't think in this series of the quiz at least we've had a round as good as that as far as points going. Jonathan, standing proud for St Vincents today. You must be very proud of how you did in that round.
Yep.
It was like buzz, 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 buzz. That's all going on. It was like loads of bees in the audience. It was brilliant. You got yourself 11 points. Well done. Ben, pretty good as well?
Yeah,
Happy?
not bad.
America's a nice place, is it?
Yeah.
Still a nice place now after answering those questions? Feel like you know it a bit better?
Yeah.
You got yourself 8 points. So again, not a bad round. But how much faith did your team have in you? Were they prepared to stake highly on you? Let's find out. Alicia.
We staked 10 points.
10 points staked for St Vincents. What about Richard Taunton's?
10 points.
10 points. A solid 10 points for both. Thank you very much. So we'll just tot up the scores at the end of round 2 then, where it's looking very, very interesting. So far, after 2 rounds, we have St Vincent's on 50 points and Richard Taunton on 50 points. And now, after United States, let's see if it'll be United Stakes in round 3. And the category is business. So you know what you're doing by now. Pick one of your 2 remaining players. You have 10 seconds to decide. That 10 seconds starts now. St Vincent's, who is going to play?
I am.
Captain Alicia is going to step forward. Thank you very much. What about Richard Taunton?
I am.
And it's Connie. Connie Bluehair is going to step forward. I've got to stop calling you that, but I won't. Anyway, can you 2 please leave the team area? Thank you very much. Now it's time to stake. But before you do that, I can tell you that the questions in this round are all going to be on famous business people. So your 10 seconds to decide your stakes. That starts, I'd say now. Time's up. Players, you know what to do by now. Make your way to the challenge zone. So Connie, I'm going to focus on the hair because it's just shining beautifully for us today.
Thank you.
What other colours have you had? Are you the sort of girl that likes to change?
No, well, this is more the first unnatural colour
Okay.
I've dyed my hair.
Believe it or not, I had blonde, long hair about this long once in my
I
life.
don't believe it.
You wouldn't really,
No.
would you? But that, I went through an experimental phase as well, so you know you're welcome to do so. So we'll look forward to seeing what colour. You never know, if you come back for the semi-finals, if you get through, you might have a different colour whatsoever.
Yeah.
We shall see. Alicia, just keeping to the normal hair colour there, but how much do you know about famous business people?
Not a lot.
You'll be surprised. You might know more than you think. Let's find out. Best of luck, ladies. 90 seconds on the clock on business famous people starts now. Who replaced Margaret Mountford as Lord Sugar's female apprentice, or female assistant rather, on The Apprentice?
Is it Karen? I don't know the last
It's Karen Brady, yes. What is the famous tower owned by Donald Trump? Trump Tower is the answer we're looking for there. The Glaziers own Manchester United, but what NFL team do they also own? It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who owns WWE? We're on wrestling with that one. It's Vince McMahon. In 2007, Lord Sugar sold the remaining stocks of which consumer electronics company?
Is it Jessop's?
It was Amstrad. Which famous ex-stockbroker recounted his life in his memoir, The Wolf of Wall Street? It's Jordan Belfort. Levi Roots bought out which sauce through Dragon's Den?
reggae sauce.
It's the right answer. Well done. Who sold Lucasfilms to the Walt Disney Company in 2012?
George Lucas.
Correct. What is the name of the marketed cola Richard Branson brought out in 1994?
Pepsi?
It's Virgin Cola. Which British newspaper, owned by Rupert Murdoch, folded in 2012 after a famous phone hacking scandal?
News of the World.
It's correct. What is the name of the clothing brand that was set up by footballer Emmanuel Frimpong? The answer is Dench. Who is the chief executive of Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg is the right answer. Just got in there in time. Thank you very much for ladies for playing. Please return to your seats. So after the excitement of the last round, it wasn't quite such a high standard this time, was it, Alicia? Not wishing to single you out there, but it wasn't the best round you're ever going to do, is it?
No, I don't really know anything on business.
Well, you had a go though, didn't you? And it's the taking part that counts. How do you think you did?
Not very well.
Not very well. Would have been good. You got 0, I'm afraid. But, you know, there'll be a chance later on maybe to make that up. Meanwhile, Connie from Richard Taunton with her blue hair shining brightly this afternoon for us. Did okay, you think? Happy with your score?
Yeah, I think so.
There was some in there that you could get, weren't there?
Yeah.
And you got 5 points, so well done on that one. But the important thing is, how confident were your teammates in you? So let's have a look at the stakes. St Vincent.
5.
5 points. So Alicia, they weren't too confident in you either, so you haven't lost too much there. Richard Taunton College, what about you?
5.
5 points again, 2 solid 5s. So we've come to the end of round number 3, and let's have a look and see how that affects the scores. Well, it affects them just a little bit, but not too much. St Vincent's School, you've slipped down a little bit, you're on 45 points, but our leader after 3 rounds with 55 points is Richard Taunton College. So let's see who's hired or fired as we move forward to round 4. As it's the final head-to-head round, we know who's going to be playing. It's going to be Joe and it's going to be Kieran. Basically, it's their turn. There's nobody left. Last but not least, though, we're talking TV and film, so you can't choose your teammates, but you can choose your stakes. So Kieran and Joe, please leave the team area. Now it's time to stake. And all the questions are going to be on Marvel movies. So you have 10 seconds to decide what your stake's going to be. 10 seconds, starting now. And your time's up, so players, please make your way to the challenge zone. Kieran, you enjoying yourself today so far?
I'm having a good time, yeah.
That's right, I'm having a good time. I'm having a fantastic time myself. It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice way to spend the day.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, well, we'll see how you get on. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, it's good. Happy with my team. Good
Happy
performance
with
so
your
far.
team? Will they be happy with you after this round, then?
Well, I hope so.
Reckon you know your Marvel movies?
Yeah, fairly
Okay,
confident.
Yeah.
you seem fairly confident. So let's see how you get on. For the last time, it's 90 seconds on the clock. So 90 seconds are on the clock. So let's see how you get on. First question. Which actor plays Iron Man?
Robert Downey Jr.
Correct. What shape is the Tesseract in the 2012 Avengers movie?
Circle.
Cube.
Oh.
Who plays Captain America?
Oh, Chris Evans.
Correct. What is the name of the character that portrays Iron Man?
Ultron.
I'm looking for Tony Stark. The Fantastic Four have their headquarters in which building?
The Reed Richards Building Foundation.
Manhattan Tower.
It's the Baxter Building.
Oh.
Peter Parker works as a photographer for what company?
The Daily Bugle.
Correct. Captain America was frozen in which war?
World War II.
Correct. Why did Deadpool join the Weapon X program?
Because he likes swords.
He was trying to heal his cancer. Which comic book writer has cameo performances in each of the Marvel feature films?
Stan Lee.
Correct. What team does Iceman appear in?
Fantastic Four.
It's the X-Men. What is the name of Tony Stark's computer system?
Jarvis.
Correct. Which female superhero appears in Daredevil movie?
Elektra.
Correct. What is the name of Thor's father?
Odin.
Correct. Who plays Black Widow?
Scarlett Johansson.
Correct again. Which actor plays Bruce Banner in The Incredible Hulk?
Mark Ruffalo.
I've got Edward Norton written down here. Who is the Peter Parker's first nemesis in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man?
Green Goblin.
Correct. Where were the Fantastic Four when they obtained their superpowers?
In space.
That's right. Who is Thor's main romantic love interest in Thor?
Jane.
It was Jane Foster. We can't quite accept that, I don't think, but thank you very much both for playing. Please return to your teams. Right, well, was that a marvellous round or not? We'll find out in a second. Kieran, how do you think you did?
I think I did all right. Did pretty good.
Looking pretty confident from there?
Felt confident about that, yeah.
I think you're fairly right to be confident. You got yourself 10 points.
Nice, thanks.
Joe, you were happy with your team, but the shake of the head there indicates to me that you're not happy with yourself.
No, I think I've let everyone down.
You might have done. You got 1 point.
Yes.
However, the important thing is the stakes, so let's have a look at those and see how we did. So, St Vincent's?
15.
15 points staked there. Meanwhile, Richard Taunton?
10.
Staked 10. Okay, so at the end of round 4, it seems as though the guys from Richard Taunton, if they're going to retain their crown this year, have got still a little bit to do. 45 points on the board. Meanwhile, still there, proud at the top, St Vincent with 60 points. Now it's time to play the 5th and final round. And the category, of course, for the final round is general knowledge. The points you've earned so far have been converted into seconds for this final round. But of course, there's a twist. Throughout the show, we have kept a close eye on all of you and have given you individual values. You can choose to trade up to 3 of your players in exchange for more seconds, but of course they won't be able to take part in the round. So let's look at the values so far. St Vincent's, you've got yourself 60 points, which equates to 60 seconds in the challenge zone already. So that's locked in, no one's taken that away from you. In the meantime though, I can tell you that Kieran is worth 15 seconds in the challenge zone, Anthony 10 seconds, Jonathan 20 and Alicia 5. So have a think about what you want to do with that. Richard Taunton College, 45 points so far, which means 45 seconds in the challenge zone. Catherine, you're worth 15 seconds. Ben, 10 seconds. Connie, 20. And Joe can be exchanged for 5 seconds. So you've now got 10 seconds to decide if you'd like to sell any members of your team. Who stays, who goes, you decide. Let's see who's going to be in the final round then. St Vincent's, staying as you are or changing things?
Staying as we are.
Staying as a fantastic 4. Well, best of luck to you guys. Meanwhile, over here, we have Richard Taunton. What are you going to do?
We're selling Ben, unfortunately.
Selling Ben. Ben, thank you very much for playing. Your time in the quiz is over for the day, but you can still stick around, obviously, and see how you guys get on. So that's going to mean you've got an extra 10 seconds. So you now have 55 seconds, whilst our friends, of course, from St Vincent's have 60 seconds. So first up will be the team with the most seconds. So St Vincent's, please leave your team area ready to enter the challenge zone. So the guys from St Vincent College, looking all resplendent in your blue. How are you feeling?
Yeah, fine.
Pretty good.
Think it's going to go all right?
Yeah.
Well, if nothing else, you've had a lovely day.
Yeah,
It's been good. So, looking to go to university after college?
Yeah.
Well, maybe this general knowledge round will stand you in good stead for that. We shall see. You have 60 seconds on the clock, marginally more time, but not too much than the other team. So let's see how you get on. Best of Southampton luck with this, and your time with your 60 seconds starts now. What girl's name is also the term used to describe a female donkey? Buzz as if you know the answer.
Mare?
The answer is Jenny. Which element is coal mainly composed of?
Carbon.
Correct. In which country was the fashion designer Coco Chanel born?
France?
Correct. What do the rings on the Olympic Games symbol represent?
The continents?
Correct. In the film Meet the Parents, who plays the character Greg?
Robert De Niro?
It's Ben Stiller. In which American state is Harvard University located?
Maryland.
Massachusetts. What is the name given to a female swan? I'm looking for a pen there. Which dish is battered deep fried squid rings known as?
Paella.
It's calamari. As of 2012, what celebration did Queen Elizabeth II celebrate?
60th Jubilee.
Diamond Jubilee is the answer we're looking for there. Which famous singer married the movie director Guy Ritchie? Your time is up. That was your 60 seconds. Funny how quick it goes when you stood up there, but thanks very much for playing. If you go and sit yourselves down, we'll tell you your scores in a few minutes. Thank you. So, Richard Taunton, you decided to sell poor Ben for more points. Let's see if that works for you or not. Can the 3 remaining players please leave the team area to make your way into the challenge zone? Hello, how are you doing?
Good.
This is not just any old high stakes quarter-final either, is it? You are our defending champions, so I'd imagine all of your college are waiting to find out exactly what's happened. And you've got a lot to live up to. Do you think you're going to be all right?
Yeah.
You've only got 55 seconds, which is 5 seconds less. We will find out now how much of a difference that 5 seconds is. However, best of Southampton luck. We've got 55 seconds on the clock for you, and that 55 seconds will start now. In the film Nanny McPhee, who played the actual role of Nanny McPhee?
Emma Thompson.
Correct. Which sport is Novak Djokovic famous for playing?
Tennis.
Correct. In which country is Mount Vesuvius located?
Italy.
Correct. What was the surname of Juliet in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet?
Capulet.
Correct. Which fairy tale character slept for 100 years?
Sleeping Beauty.
Correct. In which country was the first car radio made?
America.
Correct. What is David and Victoria Beckham's first child named?
Brooklyn.
Correct. How many years was Nelson Mandela in prison for?
27.
Correct. Which rock band did Brian May belong to?
Stone Roses.
It's Queen. Who was created by Geppetto the woodcarver?
Pinocchio.
Correct. The crosses of St George, St Patrick and St Andrew would have made up the Union Jack if we had time for that question, which we didn't. But thank you very much for playing. We'll see how you get on in a second, but please return to your team. Teams, you staked high and quizzed well, but there can of course be only one winner. St Vincents, I'm afraid it's not going to be you today. You scored 4 points. So I'm afraid your time with us has come to an end for now, but it's been nice to meet you all today. Best of luck with your studies in the future, and thank you for playing. Meanwhile though, they came here today with a big reputation in high stakes, and they still have that reputation. They're through to our semi-finals. They scored 9 points. It's Richard Taunton. Good luck with your studies as well, and we'll catch up with you again later on in the series. This has been High Stakes. I'm Andy Holmes, and we'll see you next time.